Hello traders everywhere, Adam Hewison here with your midday market report for Monday the 17th of June. What goes up must come down. I think you have to agree the last several sessions in the indices have been pretty choppy. We'll be covering those markets of course today, but we'll also be looking at crude oil, which is really the market du jour in the sense that it has had a big move up. We'll also be looking at two signals we had today, early today, buy signals, and two sell signals we had in stocks. So let's get right to the charts and go to our portfolio. And starting with the Dow Industrials, we had a little daily thing, a little momentum change there. And let's go to that chart. And as you can see here, let's go to the 3-month chart. You can see today's action does two things. One, it activates the parabolic. I put the parabolic indicators in here. You can see for the last 2 or 3 weeks we've sort of been going down here, but we've sort of flattened out. The momentum's kicking back a little bit more. This is the highest we've been in like 3 or 4 days, and it's given a signal on the parabolic indicating the trend, just like here, is going back up. So let's watch that very carefully. We still don't have the weekly trade triangle. That's the one we really wait for. That's the one that indicates the intermediate term trend is going higher. So moving on to our next market, and that's going to be the S&P 500. Much the same there. We had a signal several days ago on the S&P 500 that the momentum had turned around, but not on the weekly. This is the key thing, and this is what we want to look at, and this is what we key on. We're basically on the sidelines right now, waiting for this market to pick up momentum, and it could be the Fed meeting everyone's waiting for, obviously, but this is a good positive day today. But looking back, you can see we have a couple of good days and a couple of bad days, a couple of good days. It's really been choppy and very difficult to trade if you're a position trader as opposed to a short-term trader. Now looking at the NASDAQ, the composite there, again, Apple's doing a little bit better today. It's been under pressure, but again, this is a 3 or 4 day high, beginning to pick up momentum. The parabolic is in there, so we may see a challenge here of these recent highs coming up in the not too distant future. Now I said we're going to be looking at a couple of markets that have had signals on the upside and the downside today. We'll just wait for those just a few moments. But here's gold. Gold continues to just erode. It's really not a very positive market, but you see it's getting very tight. Some very wide swings here in terms of the actual markets, but it's beginning. See, there's a move there and a move there, big moves, and now it's seems to be getting just a little bit tighter. And now we're getting it here and here. So something's going to happen here. We think it's going to be on the downside because the trend really has been on the downside for quite some time, from 1672 on the monthlies and 1653 on the weeklies. We are trading currently at 1382, so it's a couple $100 ago. So let's see how things work out and go to our next market. Here's the NYMEX. This is the crude oil. Now, as you know, we've been pretty positive on this. It had a nice day on Friday. This is Friday's action. It was a buy signal of 98.22. It's 98.11, so you can actually buy it just below that point. This is a new high, and it looks to me as though if we scope this out just a little bit further, you'll get the idea that it's plus 100 on our trade triangles. Obviously very, very good. And just looking at this pattern just reminds me of a base to push higher. Now, fundamentally, I'll leave that to the politicians and everybody else and the economists. But this, to me, looks like it wants to go higher, and that's sort of the line in the sand. We talked about this before. Definitely capable of taking this market much higher. Certainly, I think we're looking at the 107 level, 105 to 107. Which is obviously a very big move from where we are right now. So possibly another $6 or $7 on the upside. So let's just clear the screen and go to our next market. The Eurodollar, again, this is a very positive chart as far as we're concerned, and the chart pattern, we pointed this out before. We'd be surprised if it doesn't play out, and it's you have the move down in this market, then the turnaround, and then we move back up. So this pivot point right here, this double bottom, indicating a move to the 136 level, and possibly even higher, the 137. So I think somewhere in between there, that's going to be our target zone for the euro, and it still looks good to us. It is a bit overbought, so we may see some consolidation, meaning we may just go sideways for a while, or we may actually see a little bear attack down. But I think generally speaking, the trend with all our trade triangles plus 100 indicates higher levels for this market. So let's just go to our next market, and the next market is going to be the US O, which is United States oil. This is the ETF trades. And as I said, we had some signals today that I want to share with you. Now, the signals came from our trade triangles. And if you click on this button here, it gives you this. This is what we saw earlier, and you can sort them right here. So here we are. Hewison Enterprises, that just came on the screen just a few minutes ago. ProShares Ultra, DJ UBS Crude, and USO, and ARM Holdings and Terex. So we're looking at all these stocks. Obviously 2 on the downside, which we said right here, and 2 on the upside. Now a third one on the upside, and that's Hewison Enterprises. So let's see if we have a chance to look at Hewison right now. So I'm going to go back to my portfolio, and I'm going to put Hewison in there. Symbol for Hewison is HOV. It's easy to do. HOV. And there it is right there. And Hewison Enterprises, there's all the trade triangles. You see, if you hover over here, it says it's 6:43 on Monday the 17th. That was a buy signal. 6:43. It's 6:41 right now, so it's very tight where it was the signal came in. But it looks like it wants to go higher, building a base. If we just put like a line chart in here, you get an idea. And I'll simplify this. We'll just take the on-chart studies off, both of those. Boom, boom, boom. And it's very simple to do. So it gives you an idea where this is a nice move over this high here. So it's definitely a bull market for Hewison Enterprises, plus 100. If we scope this out a little bit further, you can see they've obviously had a very, very flat period. So it's improved obviously from $1, where it's under tremendous pressure when the housing pressure was on there, but it looks like it's trying to consolidate. Today's action looks like a continuation pattern to the upside. So let's go to our next market. It's going to be ProShares. This is very similar to the USO. Looks a signal right in here at 31.78. It's 31.35 right now. So the buy signal is still very valid, and we have a plus 100. So it definitely looks like it wants to go higher. Now Terex, which is the symbol TEX, this does not look good at all. If we put our charts in, you can see this is like a new low. Even though it's rallied back, it's still not a good signal, good sign. 2690 was the signal, major trend signal. It's currently trading at 2871. If we get closer in, you'll see we may see an area that we sort of squash around here around the 30 area, but I definitely would like to be a seller of this market once it gets some sort of correction on the upside. A lot of people jumped out of this market today when we went under 127. So let's just go to our next market. ARM Holdings, ARMH is the symbol. This does not look good. This is a new low for the move, and this really hasn't come back. And that's 39.31 was the signal. It's 39.18, so it looks like it wants to go still lower than where we are right now. So we've covered a lot of markets, and we're going to be covering the markets obviously in some special reports coming out this week. So please stay tuned to our updates and every success in the market. I'm Adam Hewison from MarketClub. Have a great trading day, everyone. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful.